Welcome to my energy update, and this is probably one of the most important energy updates that I am sharing thus far because of the energy and the particular process we're walking through right now, which is like it's the ultimate process of dying, right? This is why I've been so very quiet. Couldn't even record a video yesterday, 9/9 portal, and I just kept getting the message that I need to step back and allow myself just to go through what I need to go through without worrying about creating. Even though I'm not in the best place to create right now. So I've had this like fight going on, and this is me disengaging. This is me now saying to you guys, I'm going to be quiet until the 22nd of September because I'm about to close on this video and really go into the next level of process, because I've already got a lot of medicine that I want to share, but I need to embody it first. And I'm now in a massive death walk, and there's no going back now. So I'm going to get into the nuts and bolts and how it feels for you and maybe why, and everybody's in a different part of this process, but we're all moving in the same direction. So we're actually in Rome at the moment, which is a beautiful city, deeply connected to Egypt. So many like realizations and aha moments, same as we've just come from Venice. So we've done Venice, Rome, and then we're going to the sea tomorrow, and that's death, rebirth, and resurrection. This is a family holiday. It's not a spiritual pilgrimage, even though it's kind of turned into that. But the main thing for me was to come onto this video and say, listen, I've been super quiet, and there's good reason for that, and I'm going to be in better service to go through what I need to go through, and then come out when I have something to share. And that's another message for this video. If you're going through the same, stillness, step back, step out. Allow yourself to just feel what you have to feel and just go into it and get all the white noise out the space, all the distractions, because where we are right now is the ultimate death of self. And it's huge. It's really big. So just on that, there will be a temple gathering. Even if I'm a bit quiet, I will never miss temple, ever. So we are going to be going into temple this month, and it's going to be walking with Nephthys, and the Holy Family have joined me, meaning Nephthys, Set, Isis, and Osiris. They have never come around me like they have now, but for good reason, because this is the ultimate in the polarities, in the opposites of energies, going through this massive death. I have all four of them around me, and I've always questioned in my spiritual path, like, why do I not get visited more by them? And then suddenly they've just come in. As we know, this is the month of Nephthys, and this is why, understand that your words have power. Understand that when you invoke a god or goddess, it matters. And I invoked Nephthys, and my goodness, I just felt these two hands grab me, black wings, pull me in, woof, and I literally can't breathe. And I'm going to go through the symptoms of what it feels like, when you're going through this death process. So first of all, you're going to feel extreme pain in your body. That's the Kundalini rising. I have such a huge coccyx pain, and I've had it for a long time, and it's just getting more and more painful. So it's getting more difficult for me to move around because we need to be still. Also the emotional pain, the wounding, and everything like that. So let's get into it. The eclipse, right? Let's talk about the eclipse moon, which is on the 7th of September. So many of you, in fact, the majority of you I speak to, went through this massive ignition of just like, oh my God, reset. Oh, the lights come on all of the things. And it was a really good, energizing, rejuvenating, renewal reset, which is exactly what the eclipse is all about. Now listen, the eclipse energies last all the way through. It's not a moon. It's not a moon where you're like, oh, let's charge some moon water on it. You leave it alone. Leave it alone. We don't manifest. We don't charge our crystals. We don't charge moon water. We just leave it alone, because we know that the eclipse energies are so flipping high that it's a time for stillness, receiving, observing. That is it, and that is all. Somebody brought it up beautifully. They explained it beautifully, that if you plug your phone into the wall and you get hit by lightning, your phone blows up. That's basically how powerful the eclipse energies are. So don't underestimate it. There's nothing for you to do. There's nothing for you to work with right now. You've done a lot of the hard work. It's about receiving, slowing it down. Stillness is presence, okay? Silence is different. Stillness is actually just coming into that peaceful state and holding that present moment and not being distracted by anything and anything around you, right? And let's face it, the world is at war. It's absolute bonkers, batshit crazy right now. But that's part of that's a good sign, because it's telling us that what we've done is encourage the detoxification in the world. Now all the big nasties are coming out, and it's like, quite rightly so, exposed. Governments are falling. Governments are falling. Like, this is what was said was going to happen. You know, France is collapsing. The UK, like, you know what I mean? Like, the list goes on, but it's happening, right? So that is as a result of your hard work working internally to change the reality externally. So big tick there. So I'm going to try and read my notes, but can you see it's so full of water? Okay, so now I'm going to be, like I say, I'm going to be back on the 22nd, and I'm going to have a lot more to share with you, but I'm going through my embodiment process. I suggest you do the same, right? Well, we'll iron it all out and get into it on the last Thursday of this month. That's going to be our temple meeting, right? So now let's talk about the eclipse energy, right? You know what I mean? Like how it feels when you are walking through that massive death of self, right? I mean, I know a lot of you have felt the good vibes. That's great, because we can't all be in the same place at once. So when somebody is down, somebody's got to be up, right? If somebody's like there, somebody else is going to be here. So if you're having this big energizing, like, woo, it doesn't mean you're getting it wrong. You're holding it down so I can deep dive. Look at it this way. If you're having a really, really high energetic, good reset, feel good about everything, thank you, Eclipse, and all the rest of it. Look at it like this. For somebody like me who signed up to go into the underworld to go through the absolute ultimate death, which is what I'm doing for the collective and myself, which is fucking horrible, by the way. Honestly, I don't think I've ever wanted to leave the planet like I do now, but doing this video is actually helping me process this. So thank you. I tell you, it's always a co-creation here. But anyway, go back to looking at it like this. If you're feeling good and you're strong, you've got that rope tied around your waist, and you're basically lowering Marie into the depths of the well so she can go there, all right? So you're doing that for me, so thank you. And then I'm obviously going to the depths of the well to do the other shit that, like, most people don't want to do, do you know what I mean? So that's how it works, you know? So nothing is wrong, and we work as a collective, and we are a team, right? So there's that. Now, for those of you that are going through the death like I am, we have signed up for this. This is exactly what we said we were going to do. And let me tell you how it feels and why it's different to a dark night soul and everything like that. Disconnected, completely disconnected. It's like there's a table full of belongings and things that I know. Oh, look, there's a picture of the family. Oh, you know what I mean? There's my cell phone or sort of whatever. Somebody's come along and just taken their arm and wiped it clean and gone, there you go, all at the same time. And I've gone, there's nothing familiar. There's nothing on my table. And it's like somebody's walked in and ripped the duvet covers off me. And I'm like, oh my God. And it's traumatic. I've lost connection with my husband. I've lost connection with my children. I've lost connection with my life. I have nowhere that I can call home physically. So I'm getting upset now. But it's okay, because this is what I have to feel. This is what I have to feel. So I am cleaning the slate, and I accept my process. And this, if you're going through something similar to me, now, what I've been saying as a mantra, which came from one of my mentors actually, a big raindrop landed in my eye. Allow, surrender, receive. And I was told to say that 3 times on repeat. And I've been saying it over and over and over again. Allow, surrender, and receive. Because we have to see this all the way through to the end. And I've got to the point where I just don't care anymore. I'm tired. I'm tired of trying. I'm tired of carrying the mission. I'm tired of all of it, but I don't want to do it anymore. And I don't know what that means, which is quite scary when you lose your connection to your life like that. But you know what? Is that not the ultimate of surrender? I'm just talking out loud and figuring it out with you guys. I think it's the ultimate of surrender. That's what I think. And this has to happen now. So when I invoked Nephthys for this month, she grabbed me. I saw her hands, her beautiful hands, these like dark black bangles and crystals, and she pulled me in, and the black wings came around me. She almost swallowed me up, and she was like, right. She said to me at the beginning of this month, are you ready? I'm going to take you on a journey. And I, in my kind of naive self, was like, oh, cool, let's go to the underworld. She was like, no, you're going to die. Because remember what Nephthys said, we have to face our grief. The grief is the portal. And unless I face this fully, I've got to go back and do it again. And Avalon has shown me that time and time and time again. So we got to complete, guys. This is the 999, okay? That was the 99 portal yesterday. We have to complete. And we have to go all the way through. We've got to feel what we've got to feel, right? So how it feels if you're going through what I'm going through. So you're going to feel like your Wi-Fi's gone. There's no guides talking to you, even though you feel they're all around. Brain fog, physical pain. Lots of physical pain. Because remember, if your emotional bodies are dying, your physical body's dying as well. All of it. And you've got to stop trying to bring it back from the brink. You just got let it be sore. Stretch where you can, but rest. Be still. There's nothing to manifest, there's nothing to do. The eclipse energy is going to take you from this all the way to the 21st, which is then going to be the solar eclipse. Different energy. It's going to whip you up and move you forward. September is the month that we get taken through this. Now remember, 9, completion codes, 999999. Okay? 9, 2025 is a 9 year. 9, September is the 9th month. Yesterday was the 9/9 portal, and 144,000, okay? 9, you know, it's all 9s, it's completion. So at the end of the day, whether you fight it or whether you flow with it, fuck it, it's just what it is, you know what I mean? So we have to allow that process. So that's very, very important, right? So this is a massive death walk, you know what I mean? And like I say, for those of you that aren't going for the death walk, you're holding it down for us to do that. So winner, okay? Now we're going to talk about Nephthys, Isis, Set, Osiris. They have come around me so powerfully. Now, I haven't been on holiday for years. I haven't been on holiday at all with my family, actually. Yeah, we live in Africa and we go away to the bush and we go and sit and watch elephants and things like that. But it's not really a holiday as in like get on a plane and go somewhere international and be together as a family. We've never had it. So we've taken this opportunity over this time. And I was like, what are the chances that I'm actually over here in Italy going through this September number 9, several things are happening, which tells me that we're being very controlling with our process and we need to let go. If Spirit hadn't put me here in Italy, feeling very limited on doing videos, I'd just be at home in Cape Town, like, you know, deciphering, you know, divine masculine, unlocking, bringing conclusions to the forefront, I wouldn't be surrendering. They have made sure that I have like zero control over how often I post and how I can be in that moment of just making the mission work. They've gone, right, you're not doing that anymore because you're carrying it too heavily. Now you need to step back and allow the master to be revealed, right? It's really hard. So we went to Venice. Venice was absolutely fucking awful. People were so rude. We got ripped off left, right and center, like properly. Just stole from us, everything. It was awful. But Venice is a labyrinth, right? So get this. So Venice, Rome, and then tomorrow we go to the sea. That's 3-stage process. This is not a spiritual pilgrimage, even though my family will go nuts if I say it's another spiritual holiday. It kind of is. I'm going to the Colosseum today and I'm going to, like, Rome is just so deeply steeped in Egypt, and so is Venice. So let's talk about Venice. Death, 7th of September, blood moon came in. I got this massive download that I died in Venice and I couldn't breathe, and it was just matching my energy. I was literally curled up in a ball in my hotel room like, can't do this. Surrounded by a body of water, go figure. Canals everywhere, right? Did you know that all of the Hermetic teachers, the alchemists, the astrologers, very astrology, all in the city of Venice, right? There was deep connection to Alexandria because there was some state that they brought his remains back from Egypt, from Alexandria to Venice. So there's a correlation there. I felt like I died there. So anyway, we spent 3 days there, go figure. We spent 3 days here in Rome. So we come to Rome. Now, that was, as far as I was concerned, death, rebirth here, because I'm like, something in my being here in Rome. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. I mean, like, I'm just sat here. I mean, it's just so Rome. And there's something about it that is just like walking on the cobbled streets. It's like, I remember. But I want to bring in some medicine now because this is the rebirth stage. So as I walk through, and I'm going to do a video in depth to do with this, it's too much medicine to not. I want to ask you, okay? So let's go back to Venice, the medicine of Venice, death, okay? Shadow. They're all got masks there because that's what they're famous for. Smoke and mirrors, very much like Avalon. What you see is not actually true. Can you decipher the shadow from the light? All of these things. Walking down these little back alleys, you can disappear like a rat up a drain pipe, or you can be seen. It's very skullduggery there. You know, what's true, what's not. Water, deep depths. So what is it that's true in your life? Are others around you wearing masks? Are you wearing a mask? Okay, that's Venice. Now let's go into Rome. So what I picked up with Rome yesterday, this is about empire, structure, order. It was very judicial and businesslike here, right? Very divine masculine. So it's about sacred structure, foundations. What are the foundations that have held you up thus far, which might need to fall and crumble because Rome fell in the end? What needs to fall? What divine structures are holding you up or need to hold you up? You know, what is the new infrastructure? What works for you in that way? Talking very divine masculine here, right? And then when I get to the sea, we'll talk about that when we get there, because I think that might be, so death, rebirth, I think that might be resurrection, because that's going to be like saltwater cleansing, sea, in the countryside. It's a lot more like rejuvenating and restorative. So let's talk about the medicine when I get to that side, and maybe the next video I do will be on these 3 places, because I think it's just so much. But anyway, as I say, this video is also to tell you, like I said, I'm going through a deep embodiment process, a massive death. It's taken me everything not to cry on this video. I've been doing that a lot. And you know what? This is the moment that we came for. And really, really, I am feeling the absolute challenge like I've never felt before. But we know, what do they say about the diamonds? Diamonds are like created through massive heat and pressure, right? And then it becomes a diamond. It's that, isn't it? So anyway, I wanted to just share this video with you, and I'm going to be doing, on the temple, we're going to be working with Nephthys, Isis. We're going to be unpacking all of this, because the Holy Family is all around us. And just to finish on this video now, the importance of the Holy Family around us, Nephthys, Set, Isis, and Osiris. If you take the 2 pairs off, Nephthys and Set are all about death, the desert, dying. And then you have Isis, which is, and Osiris, which is all about fertility, growth, abundance, all of the things. Those are the opposing forces in the couples, right? So now, why have they come and surrounded themselves around us now? Why now? Because we're going through the ultimate reclamation, soul retrieval of who we were, who we are, and who we're going to be, past, present, and future. So I'm going to leave that video there, and I will be back online with more videos. I've got another video coming out, which I'd already pre-recorded, about the Heka codes. And when I get back on the into the flow of things on the 22nd, that I really, really sense and feel, because that's the equinox energy. So everything's going to come into balance. It's very much energy at the moment as well. We're going to have a stronger foundation to then step in, reclaim, create exactly what we want to from an empowered foundation, Rome foundation, an empowered empire. You came here to build shit. What are we going to be doing? So I believe that when we get to that point of the month, it is, if at any time you're going to do the Heka codes and work with the Heka and reignite your alchemy and the memory of that, to step in as a leader and a conscious creator, it's fucking now. Let's recreate the light side of Rome, because this was strong, it was foundational, and it was an empire. And you've come here to leave a legacy. So, rah, rah. On that note, thank you to the gods for not raining on me, because I didn't have my umbrella out here. With love and blessings from me and Rome. See you soon.